Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Inside Lowell podcast. I'm your host, 𝐃𝐚𝐥𝐿, and today we're going inside the Pirates, the Massachusetts Pirates, the Mill City's indoor football team, which tomorrow night, Friday night, July 25th, kicks off its final home game of the 2025 season. Also happens to be their final game period of the 2025 season. Long season has come to a close almost, but we got one more matchup and we got one more player to introduce you to. And without any further ado, let's bring him in on the Zoom line. Defensive lineman DJ Dale is joining us. How are you, DJ?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. I know you guys have a crazy week. You're probably already planning your getaways and getting back to home, wherever that may be. But I certainly appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to join us today.
Of course. I'm excited to do it. And again, just thank you for the opportunity to join your show.
So what's the feeling like for you personally, but also in the locker room with your teammates? You kind of develop this camaraderie. Your team comes together over 4 months now, right? Some players come and go. What's it like as you're preparing and you got one more game tomorrow and then that's it? What's the feeling like?
Honestly, for me personally, it's a little weird. Really never been in a position like this, but like you said, we've built camaraderie, over the months and weeks. So it's bittersweet, to be around some guys that you gain a real, connection with outside of football. So I think the common goal right now is just to finish. We all play great ball here and, other places. And I think right now this game is about, leaving this game and leaving this season with something to remember, something to hang our hats on. We're going to play in this game. If you're not going to give it your all, there's no point of playing. And I think that's kind of everyone's common goal and the mindset going into this last game.
Yeah, you kind of touched on the follow-up question I had. And this team, this franchise organization, the Pirates, sets lofty goals. Last year was in the championship game. This year, you want to get back and you want to get to that title game and win it. Unfortunately, the last 2 weeks, just the breaks didn't go your way in some key road matchups. And now you have to play this last game without any chance of making the playoffs. Sometimes that tells you a lot about teams and about a man, right? Like, what do you give? What kind of effort do you put out? What kind of performance do you put on when there isn't all that much to play for other than maybe, personal and team pride?
I think you play for the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the back of the jersey. You brought up being a man it's your character at the end of the day. I feel like, as a man, I feel like any real man at the end of the day, there's pride that goes into it. We're going to have pride playing this last game. Like I said before, this isn't a game just because, this is the last game. This isn't something that you just go into and just like it is what it is. Like, no, you have to finish. You know what I mean? And ultimately, I think it's for the love of the game at the end of the day. No matter how long the season is, whether you're playing for a playoff game or a championship game, you want to give that game your all because you love playing the game of football.
That's the mark of a true professional, a consummate professional. You mentioned this is a little uncharted territory for you. You played your college ball at Alabama, won a national championship in 2020, played in that championship game in 2021. What was that experience like to play in that SEC conference and for a school like Alabama with that tradition and that dominance and Coach Saban? That must have been real, kind of a lifelong dream come true, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1,000%. Like you said, it's a dream come true, especially being a hometown kid from the state of Alabama. Growing up and seeing, those teams play for and win championships on TV. So when my time came, it was like kind of deja vu in the sense of like I just remember seeing this as a kid. It's like now I look up and the lights are on me and the team that I'm on now. But ultimately playing at that place, man, it was one of the greatest decisions I ever made in my life. It really shaped me. To help shape me into the man I am today, which is why my mindset is the way that it is. And Coach Saban being the greatest leader that I've ever been around, just being able to sit down and talk with him in his office and pick his brain and for him to instill, certain values into us as a player, but also as a young man at the time, I wouldn't trade it for the world. think that's an experience that people would pay to have,
Yeah.
and I got it for free. So
I'm sure it must have been amazing just to play, wear that uniform, play in that program, but also when the final game of the year is done, to kind of have that confetti falling around you, and knowing you did what every other team in the country wanted to do, except you guys were the only ones that accomplished it. That I can't imagine how great that feels.
yeah, I cried. I was so happy and I was so excited. And same like just playing the game of football, you being around those guys, you put in so much work
Hmm.
in the off season and the summer and fall camp, and just to look around and see the joy, just not that I have, but the joy that my brothers have on their faces, and everyone else who's just into the organization, from the nutritional staff, from the strength staff, like everyone poured everything into it. And with that being such a weird year with COVID and
Yeah.
everything, it was really challenging for us to really come together and accomplish that. But we did it, and everyone put their best foot forward, and we got rewarded at the end of the year.
Yeah, congratulations to you. And so many of your teammates went on to play in the NFL, still playing in the NFL today. And
Yeah.
man, you came close. I saw that, was it 2023? You were in the Buffalo Bills training camp, and you were still on
Hmm.
that roster in the
Yeah.
final days of August. Was it the final cut where they
Yeah.
finally kind of said, "Oh, not this year" to you?
Yeah, it was the final one. And even that experience, man, it was a great experience to be in that locker room, to accomplish my dreams of being in the NFL. But again, being around a great program, a great organization that was, I told them, when I used to talk to like the coaches and the GM, that it's really ran similar to where I came from in Alabama. So it was, a great accomplishment. And even there, like I had a great time. It didn't work out how I wanted it to work out, but from that experience, I learned a lot. Even, after I got cut, I was, I had got a little injury in the first preseason game that didn't help, but I really needed that time, away to get my body right and get my mental health right and everything. So even that experience, it didn't go how I wanted to go, but it was very much needed and appreciated. So I will always, be thankful to that organization for giving me an opportunity.
All right, we're chatting with Massachusetts Pirates defensive lineman DJ Dale as we take you inside the Pirates here on Inside Lowell. All right, so we talked a little bit about that final game. Bay Area Panthers, I believe, the Western Conference leader. They're in the playoffs.
Mhm.
What do you know about them? What have the preparations been like this week, and what do you guys have to do to stop them and their offense?
Um, like they're number one for a reason on that, on that side. So they're a great team, well coached team. You can see they've executed at a high level. Um, Great offense. We got the leading rusher in their quarterback and another top rusher in their running back. So I think for us it's just to go out and execute and do what we have to do. We have to eliminate, the self-inflicted wounds. And I think honestly, even though our season has gone the way that it's going, I really feel like if we play our best ball for 4 quarters, we can go out and compete and beat anyone. I really mean that, but it's on us to go out there and do that.
All right, DJ Dale, thank you for joining us today. Congratulations on the season and your football journey. And I certainly hope that there's somewhere down the line there's another crack at the NFL or an upper level of football. But if circumstance brings you back here to Lowell and to Massachusetts, we won't complain. We'd love to have you back.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, thanks, DJ. Take care.
All right, you too.
All right, that's DJ Dale, Massachusetts Pirates defensive lineman, joining us as we go inside the Pirates here on Inside Lowell. Till next time, everybody stay safe, stay cool out there, and we will catch you on the other side.